Welcome to How to Learn Creativity from Masters, 6 Key Insights. Are you ready to boost your creativity? Let's start with some surprising facts. Did you know that 85% of CEOs believe creativity is the #1 skill for future success? Yet only 40% of people feel they are creative. Why is creativity so rare? Most of us don't know where to start. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we will uncover the secrets of creative masters like Leonardo da Vinci, Steve Jobs, and Maya Angelou. Imagine learning how to see the world through Da Vinci's eyes or tapping into Steve Jobs' innovative mindset. We'll explore how blending different fields can spark new ideas and how setting limits can actually enhance your creativity. We'll also dive into the power of mindfulness and how collaboration can elevate your creative game. Each chapter is packed with strategies, fascinating facts, and inspiring quotes. Get ready to discover new ways to ignite your creativity. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to think like a creative genius. Let's dive in and start your creative journey. Chapter 1. Mastering the Art of Observation. Welcome to our first chapter, Mastering the Art of Observation. Creativity often starts with what you see. Legendary artists like Leonardo da Vinci honed their skills by closely observing the world around them. Da Vinci's notebooks are filled with detailed sketches of plants, human anatomy, and even machines. He believed in looking at things from different angles to truly understand them. Have you ever tried drawing something from memory? It's tough. That's why Da Vinci stressed the importance of direct observation. He would sit for hours just watching birds in flight or water flowing. This intense focus helped him capture reality in his art. Another great example is Frida Kahlo. Despite her physical pain, she found beauty and inspiration in her surroundings. Kahlo's self-portraits are a testament to her keen observational skills. She used her suffering as a lens to view the world, turning personal pain into universal art. But how can you practice this? Start small. Carry a sketchbook or journal with you. Jot down things that catch your eye. It doesn't have to be perfect. The key is to notice the details. Notice the way light falls on a surface or the pattern of shadows. Here's a unique exercise. Pick an everyday object and observe it for 5 minutes. Then describe it in as much detail as possible. You'll be surprised at how much you've missed. This simple practice can sharpen your observation skills. According to a study by the University of California, Berkeley, people who practice mindful observation reported a 20% increase in creative output. That's significant. It shows that taking the time to really see the world can boost your creativity. Remember the quote by Marcel Proust? "The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes." It's all about changing your perspective. Next time you're out, slow down and really look at your surroundings. You might find inspiration in the most unexpected places. Chapter 2. Embracing the Unknown, Risk and Reward. Welcome to Chapter 2. Embracing the Unknown, Risk and Reward. Creativity thrives on risk. Taking risks can be scary, but it's often where the magic happens. Steve Jobs, for instance, was a master at embracing the unknown. When he introduced the iPhone, many thought it was a huge gamble, but look where it led. Jobs once said, "Innovation distinguishes between a leader and a follower." This mindset helped him take bold steps that others wouldn't. He didn't just accept the status quo, he challenged it. This is a crucial lesson for anyone looking to boost their creativity. Another great example is J.K. Rowling. Before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon, she faced countless rejections. But she believed in her story and took the risk to keep submitting it. Rowling's perseverance paid off, showing that embracing uncertainty can lead to incredible rewards. So how can you apply this? Start by stepping out of your comfort zone. Try something new even if it scares you. It could be a new hobby, a new way of thinking, or even a new way of working. The idea is to push your boundaries. Did you know that 72% of successful entrepreneurs attribute their success to taking risks? That's according to a study by the Harvard Business Review. It shows that risk-taking is not just a buzzword. It's a proven strategy for success. A practical tip: set small, manageable risks for yourself. It could be as simple as speaking up in a meeting or presenting a new idea. Each small risk taken builds your confidence and creativity muscle. Over time, you'll find it easier to take bigger leaps. Remember, failure is part of the process. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Embracing failure as a learning opportunity is key to creative success. So, next time you're faced with a risky decision, think about the potential rewards. What's the worst that could happen? Often, the fear of the unknown is worse than the reality. Embrace the unknown, take the risk, and watch your creativity soar. Chapter 3. Cross-pollination, blending disciplines for innovation. Welcome to Chapter 3. Cross-pollination, blending disciplines for innovation. Ever noticed how some of the greatest ideas come from mixing different fields? This technique is called cross-pollination, and it's a game changer for creativity. Take the Wright brothers, for instance. They weren't just bicycle makers. They were also keen observers of birds. By studying bird flight, they developed the first successful airplane. They blended their knowledge of mechanics with insights from nature, leading to a groundbreaking invention. Another brilliant example is Maya Angelou. She was a poet, dancer, singer, and civil rights activist. Angelou's diverse experiences enriched her writing, making her work resonate with many. Her ability to draw from different disciplines gave her a unique voice. So how can you use this strategy? Start by exploring fields outside your own. Read books, watch documentaries, or take courses on subjects you know little about. You never know what might spark a new idea. Did you know that 92% of Nobel Prize winners in science have hobbies in the arts? This statistic from a study by Ruth Bernstein and colleagues highlights the importance of diverse interests. Engaging in different fields can stimulate your brain and enhance creativity. Here's a fun exercise. Pick 2 random subjects and find connections between them. For example, how might cooking principles apply to project management? This mental exercise can lead to unexpected and innovative ideas. Leonardo da Vinci once again is a perfect model. He combined art, science, and technology in his works. His studies in anatomy improved his paintings, and his artistic skills helped him design futuristic machines. Da Vinci's multidisciplinary approach is a timeless lesson in creativity. Remember, innovation often happens at the intersection of different fields. Don't be afraid to blend your passions. It's like mixing colors on a palette. You might just create a masterpiece. Chapter 4. The Power of Constraints, Creativity Under Pressure. Welcome to Chapter 4. The Power of Constraints, Creativity Under Pressure. It might sound counterintuitive, but limitations can actually boost creativity. When resources are limited, we're forced to think outside the box. Alfred Hitchcock, the legendary filmmaker, thrived under constraints. He once said, "In the old days, they used to say, 'Make it good.' Now they say, 'Make it fast.'" Hitchcock turned budget and time restrictions into creative challenges. His movie Rope is a great example, filmed to appear as a single continuous shot, pushing the limits of filmmaking. Beethoven, the famous composer, also benefited from constraints. As he lost his hearing, he felt music through vibrations. This limitation didn't stop him. Instead, it fueled his innovation, leading to some of his greatest compositions. But how can you leverage constraints? Start by setting boundaries for your projects. Give yourself a tight deadline or limit your materials. These constraints can spark new ways of thinking. According to a study by the Harvard Business School, 86% of creative professionals believe constraints lead to more innovative solutions. It's because limitations force you to find alternative paths and solutions you might not have considered otherwise. Here's a practical tip. Try a creative challenge with strict rules. For example, write a short story using only 50 words or create a piece of art with just 3 colors. These exercises can push your creativity to new heights. John Cleese from Monty Python once said, "We don't know where we get our ideas from. What we do know is that we do not get them from our laptops." His point, step away from endless possibilities and focus on specific constraints. It's in these tight spaces that creativity flourishes. So next time you feel limited, see it as an opportunity. Embrace the constraints and let them drive your creativity. You might be surprised at the innovative ideas that emerge. Chapter 5. Mindfulness and Creativity, Tapping into Inner Genius. Welcome to Chapter 5. Mindfulness and Creativity, Tapping into Inner Genius. Did you know that being mindful can enhance your creativity? Mindfulness, or being present in the moment, can unlock your inner genius. David Lynch, the famous filmmaker, swears by meditation. He practices transcendental meditation twice a day. Lynch believes it helps him access deeper levels of creativity. His unique and often surreal films reflect this practice. Elizabeth Gilbert, the author of Eat, Pray, Love, also champions mindfulness. She talks about how quieting the mind can make space for creative ideas. In her book Big Magic, Gilbert shares that creativity and inspiration are more likely to visit when the mind is calm and open. So how can you incorporate mindfulness into your life? Start with simple breathing exercises. Take 5 minutes each day to focus on your breath. Notice how it feels as you inhale and exhale. This practice can help clear your mind. A study from the University of Groningen found that people who practice mindfulness report a 22% increase in creative thinking. This shows that a calm mind can indeed foster creative ideas. Another tip, try mindful observation. Spend a few minutes each day observing something in detail, like a plant or a piece of art. Notice the colors, shapes, and textures. This exercise can enhance your awareness and spark new ideas. Steve Jobs was also a fan of mindfulness. He once said, If you just sit and observe, you will see how restless your mind is. If you try to calm it, it only makes it worse, but over time, it does calm. Jobs' mindfulness practice played a role in his creative innovations at Apple. Remember, mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind. It's about being fully present. When your mind is calm, it's more receptive to new ideas. So, take a few moments each day to practice mindfulness. Your creativity will thank you. Chapter 6. Collaborative Genius. Learning from Creative Communities. Welcome to Chapter 6. Collaborative Genius. Learning from Creative Communities. Creativity doesn't happen in a vacuum. Collaborating with others can spark amazing ideas. Think of the Bloomsbury Group. This collective of writers, artists, and intellectuals, including Virginia Woolf and E.M. Forster, met regularly to discuss their work. Their collaborations led to some of the most influential works of the 20th century. Modern tech companies like Google understand this too. Google encourages a culture of collaboration with open office spaces and regular brainstorming sessions. This approach has led to innovative products like Gmail and Google Maps. So, how can you benefit from creative collaboration? Start by seeking out creative communities. Join clubs, online forums, or local meetups related to your interests. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. A survey by Adobe found that 64% of respondents believe collaboration with others enhances their creativity. It shows that sharing ideas and getting feedback can lead to better outcomes. Here's a tip. Organize regular brainstorming sessions with friends or colleagues. No idea is too crazy. The goal is to generate as many ideas as possible. Sometimes the best ideas come from the wildest suggestions. Another example is Pixar. They have a brain trust meeting where directors and writers share their rough ideas and get feedback. This collaborative environment has produced hit after hit, from Toy Story to Inside Out. Remember the quote by Helen Keller? "Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much." Collaboration brings diverse perspectives and skills, enriching the creative process. So don't isolate yourself. Engage with others, share your ideas, and be open to feedback. You'll find that your creativity flourishes when you're part of a vibrant, collaborative community.